Hi, I'm Kathy from the Delafield Quilt Company. If you're new here, I love quilting and I love sharing the projects that I'm working on. For this project, I used just one layer cake or 10-inch pack of squares and some coordinating fabric. I usually don't name my quilts, but I'm calling this one the Earl. I hope you like the video. To make this quilt, you really just need one layer cake or stack of 10-inch squares, and I'm using the All About Plaids by Riley Blake Designs. And you also need 2 yards of background fabric, and I'm using natural. It's a Bella Solid from Moda. And for the binding, you need a 1/2 yard fabric and the backing about 4 yards. To make this quilt, I'm going to use most of this layer cake or 10-inch stacker in this case, but I only need 39 total squares. So I'm going to just pull out the light ones, the ones that are closest to the background fabric, and I'm just going to set those aside for a different project. And these plaids are really neat. They look like they're flannel, but they're just actually standard cotton fabric. So if you like the look of flannel, but you don't like the warmth or thickness of flannel, you might like this pack. All right, so I'm going to pull out 3 right away, pick out some of these light ones, and probably one of the light grays. And then for the main part of the quilt, I only need 32 squares. So I'm going to, again, just kind of weed this down. I'm going to need the other squares for the border, but for the main part, I don't want these light ones in there, so I'm just going to take out 7 more of these. Again, I'm just choosing the light ones. Don't throw these away though, keep these aside because you're going to again need these for the border. Okay, now I just need to cut my 10-inch squares. I'm going to try to do probably about 3 or 4 at a time. So now I'll show you how we need to cut this. First, let me tell you the pieces that we need from this. We're going to need to cut 4 2-inch by 4-inch rectangles, 1 2-inch by 2-inch square. We're going to need to cut 2 1-inch by 7-inch rectangles and 1 7-inch square. We should have 1-inch square left when we're done cutting this up. Okay, now let me show you how I'm going to cut this. I'm going to make sure my edges are lined up on my squares. And then I'm going to first start by cutting 2-inch strips from 2 of the sides. And I'm just going to keep this together. It's nice if you got a rotating mat. And I'm going to cut 2 inches on here, and then I'm going to have my 2-inch square. Just set these aside for a second. Okay, to make my 7-inch square, I'm just going to take a different ruler here, and I'm just going to cut 7 inches wide all the way here first, and then I'll go back and trim it down to 7 inches. Okay, so this guy here should already be 7 inches and 1 inch in width. This other one though is going to be 7 by I think 8, so I'm just going to trim that down so it's 7 inches as well. And then we have just our little 1-inch square left. So now I just need to cut the 4 2-inch by 4-inch rectangles, so I just stack these. And I'm just going to cut this in half, make sure it's 4 inches wide. Sometimes these pre-cuts are a little bit off, so I'm just going to just double check and make sure I've got 4 inches in width. And it should be 2 inches in height. Alright, so now I've got my 4 2-inch by 4-inch rectangles. Okay, so again, from your 10-inch squares or your layer cake squares, you should have at least 2 1 by 7-inch, 4 2 by 4-inch, 1 2 by 2 square, and a 7-inch by 7-inch square, and you'll have one little 1-inch square that you can set aside for something else. So I'm going to cut the 32 main squares that I pulled out all the same way. Okay, then we still have the 7 other 10-inch squares that we pulled out. I'm going to stack a few of those together, and then I'll show you what we need to cut those into. So on these ones, we just need to cut these remaining 7 that we pulled out so that they are 1-inch by 7-inch strips. So I'm going to first just cut this down to get to the 7 inches. Make sure I've got 7 inches on here. And now I'm just going to cut this into 1-inch strips. These strips are just going to be used in the border blocks, so I'm just going to set those aside for now. And from the 7 10-inch squares that we pulled aside, we should get a total of 70 strips. And then to cut from our background fabric, we need a variety of squares and strips. We're going to need 160 2-inch squares, 32 4-inch squares, 64 7-inch by 1 3/8 inch strips in 96 7" by 1¼ inch strips. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all those pieces, and then I will show you how to put the blocks together. Okay, so I've got the majority of my pieces cut, so I'm going to just show you how to put this together. I'm going to start with one of the blocks that's in the center. Basically, the center part of the quilt is just made up of 2 different blocks. One is going to be our 7" that we cut from the layer cake square, and then the other one is going to be one that we put together that really is close to kind of the blocks that you see in an Irish chain. All right, so here's our 7" square. That's one of the blocks that's already done, which is nice and easy. And then the other one is going to take a 4" square from our white fabric, and then 4 of our 2" squares, also from our white fabric or our background fabric. And then it's going to need 4 2x4" rectangles. And you're going to want to line this up with whatever square is going to be next to it, so whatever the 7" square is. So in this one I've got this brown one, so I'm going to make sure I have a brown one here. And then depending on what your next one is, you're going to have these going diagonal. Let me move this up so you can see it. So again, 4 2" squares for the corners, and then a 4" square in the middle of that chain block. So now to sew this together, very simple, just I'm going to sew by rows with a 1/4 inch seam and then sew the block together. So I'll show you the block after that's done. Now I've got these 3 chain blocks sewn together, and you can see how they coordinate nicely with the blocks that are going to be next to them. And for the center part of the quilt, you're going to need a total of 32 of these type blocks, these chain blocks, and 31 of the 7" squares. The unfinished size of these should be 7 inches, and then the finished size is going to be 6½ inches. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do the border and the corner piece. So the border is made up of 32 strip blocks, and that's where we're going to bring back our 7" by 1" strips that we saved from those layer cake squares. And then we're going to need a total of 4 of them for each of the blocks that go around the border. And then we're going to take our 1" and 3/8 strip that's 7 inches long, and that goes on the top. We also need one of those 1 3/8 inch strips on the bottom. And then in between these ones is where the 1 1/4 inch strips go. And then I just need to sew these together. When sewing them together, I would recommend just sewing maybe sets of 2 at a time, because it can get a little wonky if you just keep sewing everything. Sometimes your strips get a little skewed in the end. All right, so I've got one of these border block squares sewn, and you could also, if you had some extra yardage, just want to do a full length border, you certainly could do that as well. I just wanted to make sure I maximize all the pieces of these 10" squares by using them in the border. I also wanted to make the quilt a little bit bigger. And then for these squares, the unfinished measurement should be 7 inches long and then 6½ inches wide. And then for the corner piece, we're going to need our 2" white squares. We're essentially going to make a checkerboard block. All right, to make the corner squares, we need a total of 8 of our background 2" square fabrics, or our white 2" squares. And then we're going to go back to the 2" squares that we saved from the layer cakes, or the 10" squares. And we're just going to add those as well. We need a total of 8 of those. So I'm just going to arrange this so it looks like we got a little bit of a variety here. And this does look like a checkerboard, but it's just not really a complete checkerboard. You will have 2 whites and 2 of the patterned ones in one row, and you're going to have a total of 4 rows here. Okay, now I'm just going to show you how this comes together. So you have 4 of your corner pieces, and you're going to have a total of 32 of these border pieces. Since we just put one of these blocks, for the center part, you're going to have a total of 7 columns in 9 rows. You just want to make sure you line this up with the right pieces. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing all of my pieces together, and then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. And this is what the quilt looks like when it's all finished. I hope that you liked this video. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and visit us at DelaFieldQuiltCo.com. I hope that you have a great day.